Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Joining us now is Okpe with stories trending around the world. Good morning, Oji.
Good morning, Leila. How are you? Good morning, Dr. Abati. Hi, Dundu. Good morning. I loved your interview with your sister.
I did too.
Yeah, she's amazing.
That really got my week off to a very good start.
Yes.
Sisters Act.
Yeah. And you both are similar in a way, very gentle.
Thank you.
Good morning to you viewers. We begin What's Trending today, paying tribute to a cultural icon, Chief Mrs. Anyo Oni Okpaku, who passed on the 26th of December 2019. Mrs. Okpaku set up a popular arts and crafts shop called Quintessence in the 70s here in Lagos, Nigeria. She was originally from Sweden and moved to Nigeria in 1973 with her late Nigerian husband, Mr. Oni Okpaku. Her mantra was, "Every child is a gift." She will be most remembered for her contributions to the development of arts in the country and to humanity. The most enviable legacy of Mrs. Oni Okpaku was her long years of selfless sponsorship and management of the Eru Obodo Foundation. Through the foundation, she helped so many poor and abandoned babies, including those that were deformed and afflicted. Ms. Okpaku will be buried on the 20th of January 2020. May her gentle soul rest in perfect peace.
Amen.
I mean, she was an amazing woman, quintessentially African Nigerian.
What I find impressive about her is that she's a very good model. She will remain a role model for a category of persons in our community referred to as Niger wives.
Yeah.
Niger wives are women from other parts of the world who are married to Nigerians, and they've had, all kinds of experiences. Some of them, after a few years, they say they don't like it here, they go away. They complain about in-laws, and there's even a very famous novel written by a Niger wife on the kind of experiences that they have. But in Mrs. Oni Okpaku's case, whatever may have been her experiences, she made her husband's country her home. And she not only made it her home, she adjusted, and she made very significant contributions and made a mark to the extent that she even got a traditional title, Gotu Ekiti.
Yeah.
And if you read the comments about her passing by members of the arts community in Nigeria, you see that she was indeed an impressive personality. But even more so, was the various contributions that she made, as attested to by Prince Yemisi Shillong, who knew her very well, and also Dr. Kolade Oshinowo, who is a leading icon in the artistic community. She not only set up a gallery and a bookshop, first at the Falomo shopping complex. When that place was demolished, she moved the gallery called Quintessence to Parkville. And, it was a center for many artists or book lovers.
Yes.
And then, of course, another remarkable thing is that her husband died when she was just in her 30s. He died young, Despite that, Mrs. Oni Okpaku remained in Nigeria.
I know you love that narrative, Dr.
continued,
yes.
To make a contribution, either through philanthropy, through the Eboluwa Foundation or the Eruobodo House, or through, our own art. And I think that, we have before us the passing of a great woman, of a sojourner in our community who made a difference. She died on December 26th. Her death was announced by her family on January 6th. She left behind 2 children and grandchildren.
Yes.
What impresses me about her is her demonstration of such love for this country at a time where Nigerians think it's cool to refer to other countries as saner climes than your own.
Right.
Everybody thinks it's really right now to bash your country and see nothing good in your country. We have this lady who saw beauty in our country, and I really appreciate her for that.
She really left a great legacy on how to rescript the African narrative. This woman is phenomenal.
Thanks.
Well, still in Nigeria, Nigerians have been reacting to the news that the daughter of President Muhammadu Buhari, Hanan Buhari, used the presidential jet to attend the Durbar in Bauchi. According to reports, the president's daughter, who recently graduated with a first class in photography from Ravensbourne University in London, was said to have been invited by the Emir of Bauchi, Rilwanu Adamu, as a special guest of honor. In photographs which have since gone viral on social media, Hanan could be seen disembarking from the plane and being welcomed by Gombe state officials. It was gathered that the Durbar was specially organized to avail the president's daughter the opportunity to take photographs of the traditional Durbar, the architecture in Bauchi, and other cultural sites in the state. The news has since sparked a debate on social media. Pro-transparency activist Inibehe Effiong described the use of the presidential jet by Buhari's daughter as an abuse of office and a waste of taxpayers' money. It is reported that about 8.5 billion naira was allocated for the maintenance of the presidential fleet in the 2020 budget. I mean, we just heard presidential spokesman Garba Shehu defend this act of, like Inibehe Effiong says, abuse of taxpayers' money and abuse of office. I mean, I don't know what to describe it as at this point, because the presidential spokesman says it might have been an official duty, nobody knows, and if it's an official duty, no one should question the president.
Even if it wasn't, they would play it out that way, right? You know, that's why my concern is.
Right.
Well, I think this is much ado about nothing, truly.
You think so?
Yeah, because, I mean, the explanation for me that has been given by Garba Shehu, and I had earlier spoken along the same lines, would seem to be adequate in my view. The president of Nigeria can send anybody on any assignment. And Garba Shehu has confirmed to us that the president approved of the trip, that he authorized it. Okay, there may have been other things about her taking the photographs and all of that. The president of Nigeria can send anybody on an assignment, even if it is a minister. You know, any of the aircraft. It's not 001. It's not the president's exaggerate, but maybe one of the aircraft in the fleet. And I also pointed out that sometimes, you know, presidents of neighboring countries, some other countries, I don't want to name the countries, they even, you know, use our presidential jet, not 001, of course, but, you know, one of these smaller aircraft. And you yourself, OG, you can charter the aircraft. And what we do not know is whether the lady went on a frolic of her own, which Garba Shehu says is not the case. If she went on a frolic of her own, then what you can be asking for is that she should be given a bill to pay for the aircraft.
He also mentioned that the photography was part of the trip as well, so that's her own.
No, he said, well, who knows whether that's part of it. But in any case, she's a photographer. Mm-hmm. She will naturally go with her tool. It's like you finding a pen in my pocket at any time, and you see me writing, and you say, because I took a ride in the presidential jet. If you want to take a ride in the presidential jet, if we have the money, we will make a request. But if it is approved by the Office of the National Security Advisor, you can use it.
You know, I like the point Tundu raised, which is why people are really upset on social media, because the president has appeared to be, you know, just this really simple man. And that trip alone, who knows how much it would cost for that trip alone. And so that's the issue right now on social media, and that's what everyone's outraged about.
That is the issue, and I think Madam Shehu understands that, which is why he joined us on the show this morning to explain. The presidency does have to explain. When there's any kind of outrage from the public, an explanation is in order.
Correct.
And that's adequate for me.
Okay, good for you, Dr. Abbasi. Well, let's head over to Iran now. Iran's only female Olympic medalist, Kimia Alizadeh, has announced that she has permanently left her country for Europe. 21-year-old Alizadeh became the first Iranian woman to win an Olympic medal after claiming bronze in the 57 kg category of Taekwondo at the 2016 Rio Olympics. Affectionately known in Iran as the Tsunami, Alizadeh announced she was leaving her birth country amid searing criticism of the regime in Tehran. Alizadeh took to her Instagram page to share why she was defecting. She wrote, "I am one of the millions of oppressed women in Iran who they have been playing with for years. They took me wherever they wanted. I wore whatever they said. Every sentence they ordered me to say, I repeated. Whenever they saw fit, they exploited me. Her defection comes amid anti-government protests in cities across Iran and international pressure after Iran admitted it had accidentally shut down a Ukrainian passenger airliner, killing all 176 people aboard."
Iran cannot catch a break right now.
Yes, no. I mean, this comes amid this whole issue. Yes,
really
I think it's a strong accusation, actually, to make against the Iranian regime at this point. And, you know, hopefully, you know, they will learn from this one woman who's left their country.
I hope they do.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, there was a quote from the lady. She said, in Iran, they believe that the virtue for a woman is not to stretch her legs.
Yes, that
and
the sport
she's into taekwondo,
that, yes.
so she's always stretching her legs.
Yes.
Now she's trying to find a way to a freer place.
Yes.
So for her, this is an act of protest.
Yes.
And also a search for freedom.
Iran is a very strong
And
woman.
it's not for nothing that they call her the tsunami.
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Oji, thank you so
That's
much
a
for what's happening today, and we'll see you tomorrow.